Hey everyone, welcome to Camppatton Family Compound here in Idaho. It is a beautiful snowy day, the day after Thanksgiving, and stick around. Got a few things to tell you about us and our compound here. Alrighty, see you in a minute. So as you saw, if you've seen the intro before, I had to add something for COPPA. Oh well, gotta keep ourselves compliant. Anyways, welcome to the Camppatton Family Compound. First off, for those of you who are new, the name Camppatton is not a typo. It is one word. It's a combination of my wife's and mine last name, Campbell and Patton, hence Camppatton. Well, my wife and I have lived in California for most of our lives, and I was a big California booster all my younger days. Well, that really changed about 10 years ago when a certain political party, who shall remain nameless, really started goose-stepping. They're screwing the state up and giving more rights to criminals, both the citizen criminal and the illegal alien criminal, and taking away the rights of the upstanding, tax-paying, hard-working, law-abiding citizens. Well, that's all you're going to hear about my political views. Anyways, my wife and I decided we didn't want to retire in California. And I started looking at other states, for us to go to, when we retired. Well, my grandmother was born in Idaho in a farm up in northern part of the state back in 1899. Got to get the date right. Don't want to offend my grandmother. And I grew up hearing stories about the farm there from her and some of her 14 brothers and sisters. And Idaho made the list because of that. And we were looking around at other states, but nothing impressed us like Idaho did. Well, one of the things I always wanted was to have a home that could go off grid at the flip of a switch. Power goes down, we got power again. Water goes out, we got well, and so we got water. Well, we also wanted something that was self-sustainable, but not too far from the city. Because, hey, we are getting older, we are retiring, and we don't want to be too far from a medical center. Well, after facing the California commutes of 35 minutes getting to work in the morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then facing 90-minute plus commutes in the afternoon, not even into the real commute time, this is just in the afternoon. I was sick and tired of that, and I was looking for a place where a traffic jam was 3 cars behind a farm tractor. Well, my wife, where she was raised and where I was raised, we both had pretty much the same type background, and we were looking to have some of those things here in Idaho for our children and grandchildren. That is, chickens, goats, hogs, horses, a couple beef steers, apple trees, apricot trees, orange trees, fig trees for my wife, pear trees, cherry trees for my wife, and a couple of berry patches, raspberry, strawberries, blackberries. Well, we started looking around. I started looking around on the internet, checking realtor sites and stuff for things, probably 2013. In the spring of 2016, my wife really said, start looking. We need to find some place. So we started looking, and in the fall of 2016, we found this place. 5 acres on city water, city sewer, natural gas, and on the power grid. The city, though, is less than a quarter mile square. It is a small community, 400 people. But we are less than 15 minutes from the 2 regional medical centers. One to the north of us, one to the south of us. We're right dab square in the middle. The property was neglected and needs a lot of work. I mean a lot. And if you've been watching some of the video, go back and watch some of the videos, you'll see it's been taking a lot of work. But for the price we paid for it, we think it's worth all the work we're putting into it. We have plans to rehab the old well on the property, which I found when I was doing some work installing some yard hydrants. And we also plan to put in solar panels. I already have 2,000 watts worth. I just got to get them up. We're also looking to put in possibly a helix wind generator, because there's a breeze around here 360 days out of the year. And we're also looking at possibly getting a large 1,000-gallon propane tank or a 500-gallon propane tank to set off the side of the house to use as for emergencies in case something ever happens to the natural gas line. We're also looking at putting in geothermal heat exchanger to replace the running the heater and air conditioning unit all the time. We'll also have plans to put in an orchard. We've already started putting in trees. We got 8 trees in so far, and a small dinner garden. And we're planning on using 1.5 acres for a large garden for crops like corn, wheat, sorghum, watermelons, pumpkins, and stuff that spreads out and takes an area. Our daughter and youngest son plan to build homes on the property, and my wife and I are thinking about building another home for us and using this home here that came with the property, letting our middle son have that and using it as just a family gathering spot. In the videos coming out here, I'll be teaching everyone how to operate the 2 tractors we have and to work with every piece of equipment we have on the property to keep things up and going. So as we embark on our journey here in Idaho, please join us as we set up our little family compound here in southeastern Idaho. Also, during the winter time when it's snowing and we can't do much work outside, I'll be falling back on my job from Homeland Security as the Emergency Management Coordinator, and I'll be putting out videos on emergency preparedness and things that you can do to get yourself prepared for emergencies. All right? So, as always, stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.